Hi guys, this is Chill Little Dude, and today I want to talk about the job experience here in Italy. Maybe you're 18, 20 years old and think, hey, what if I go in another nation and try my luck? You see, I watch a lot of videos of people coming here in Italy, American people for the most. But I don't think people get what's difficult about the job experience here. If you're like me, I'm now 26. I live alone. I've lived alone for the past 5 years, 4 years, I think. And it's not very easy living here. I know the wages are very different from USA and Italy. And a lot of things are different from these two nations. But if you're 18, you just got out of school and think, okay, Italy has a low price of life. I don't know how to say it, but the life here is easier than in USA. But it's okay. Maybe a house or you can get a house for very cheap, while in America is a lot more expensive. For comparison, 100 meter square. Maybe I'll get the numbers in for our Freedom Units friends here. Is like I don't know, 100 meter square is almost 100k euros, and there is like 200, 300. I saw almost in New York over 500k in some places. Like, man, what you're doing here? But okay, place here, life here is cheaper, but why? Maybe you're 20, like I said, and come here. Okay, what kind of job can I do? At 18 you can do any job, but you're gonna need a degree, of course. And if you got into university and got out, well, that's a great point, because you're gonna have an easier time than someone like me who didn't get into the university and didn't get a degree from there. So here in Italy there are two types of contract. A contract with a limit of time, maybe 3 months, 6 months, 9, or 1 year. Or you can get another contract, an unlimited contract, indeterminato. So the indeterminato is the goal here in Italy for that kind of work you're looking for. But it's very, very, very hard to get that. It took me almost 6 years to get one. And once you get the indeterminato, your life is getting, yes, easier, but you have to make a choice. Maybe you want to buy a house. That you can do with the indeterminato, but okay, the house is very cheap, 100k, but so is your contract. You maybe earn like 25k, 30k, and it's not the net. You make let's say 500 euros per month for 13 or 14 months, because we have here not the 12-month system, but the 13, 14-month system in some contracts. Well, you get maybe 500, 1500 euros, but that's not the net. The net will be like 12, 1300, and it's very, very low. I mean, you can't almost live with that kind of contract, because you got the mortgage. You can take away 300-400 euros from what you earn. The bill, the electricity here is very expensive. The gasoline for your car, because you're gonna need a car, you have to go to work. So the possibility of you getting a high paying job is very hard for someone like me who didn't get a degree. I make almost 30k, and it's almost as high as I can aim to make for my life with the normal contracts. Because once you get there, or you're lucky, you can make a step up to maybe a leader, and maybe in a future a manager, or you're gonna make almost the same for all your life, 30, 32, 28, and life is not very easy. I know a friend of mine and my colleague has been working for the same company, my company, for the past 26 years, and is still making the same. And he makes almost a little bit more, but just like me, 30k, maybe he's making 32, but it's not really worth it. On the other hand, if you got a degree in the university, you have an easier time. Maybe you got into the IT section, and you're gonna make what I make now, let's say 30k, but you almost, not everywhere, but you get almost every time indeterminato for, let's say, your contract doesn't expire in like 6 months or 3 months, like mine did for the first year, yes. And then you can try to make a little bit of steps, maybe in a year. Hey, boss, can you give me a little bit of raise? 31, 32, 33k. Okay, let's do it. I tried myself asking for a raise, and I got a big laugh. They said, "Yeah, you're lucky you got a job. Suck it up." Yeah, okay. Once another colleague of mine asked after 10 years, and I got good for you. Now get back to work. You have a job, you have a house, that's it. Accontentati. Enjoy yourself, proprio. Yeah. Instead, with a degree, maybe in the IT, I got a friend of mine who got into the IT this year, and his starting salary is the same as mine, but he already has a possibility to ask for a raise in maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. His boss already said if he's good at what he does, he may get a raise. Another friend of mine who got another IT degree has already asked for a raise. He started by making 31k. He's now making 36k and a bonus every year. I mean, if you don't got a degree in USA, or you're trying to make 1 year, you're gonna have a very low paying job and not a very good life. So don't think, oh yeah, I'm going to Italy, I'm gonna make the same I make in the US. Also, if you try to have two jobs, like a full-time job here in Italy is 40 hours per week, and you try to have a second job, like, I don't know, another 20 hours per week, let's say, every year you have to do the 730. It's a document. You have to go into a certain place to make this document. You can try to make it yourself, but if you make any mistake, you get a big fine, so don't. And if you make a certain money after a certain hours per week, you get a lot more taxes every year. Let's say you made in a whole year 50k, let's say 30k from your full-time job and other 20k from the part-time, you're gonna pay a lot more. So it's not even a good idea get a second job. Yes, you're gonna make more with two jobs, yes, but it's not very good. I mean, you can almost make, I don't know, 40k even if you should make 50. Okay, there are levels to this. You can make, I don't know, a partita IVA. I mean, you can work for yourself. You can be self-employed, let's say partita IVA self-employed, and be employed for a 40 hours job. And maybe that way you can make a little bit more. But you gotta be careful, because with the full-time job, you're covered if you get sick, you hurt yourself at work, you're paid. You have paid sick days, or if you hurt yourself, the company is like, no problem, we're gonna pay you while you stay at home and recover. If you are self-employed for the next 20 hours, if you're sick, while you're sick, you don't work, you don't get paid, and well, yes, technically the company pays you, but you're not seen with a good eye. And so you have a self-employed job, you have to pay taxes for that one, and also you have a full-time job. It's not a very good idea. Also, some places, some companies don't see with a very good eye having a secondary job. Maybe it's like, why are you doing this? Maybe you should start seeing some other jobs. Some places don't like it. And in the contracts you sign, sometimes it says, you cannot have a secondary job. You can't. So, let's say you just make 30k, you're screwed up. You're maybe saving up every month, I don't know, 100, 200 euros every month, if you're lucky. Because of the food has gone up like 30% from last year. I don't know, 1 liter of milk has gone up from €1 to almost 1.25 this past month, from December of 2025. The electricity has gone up because of what's happening in the world. Gasoline is a lot more expensive. I remember in 2020 when I got my license, it was 1.20 a liter for gasoline. Now is almost 2 per liter. I mean, it's very, very expensive living here. So make your choice. Maybe I can make a better videos about some parts. I covered a lot of parts in this video, but I'm trying to get used to the camera and not reading any note. So sorry my pronunciation is not good. I make a lot of, I speak, I stop, I speak, I stop. I'm trying to get better at it, so yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any question, please tell me. I don't think anybody will have, because I don't think this video is going to make a lot of views, but hey, tell me if you got any questions. Yes. Bye!